get started. So, today I am doing a little bit of testing for SCG Syracuse. That is the Legacy Open this season. Good opportunity for me to kind of, I don't know, like try to shine. I've done pretty well historically in Legacy tournaments, and my breakout tournament was a Legacy Open. So I'm a little excited. I feel a little bit of pressure for this weekend. Going into testing, I wasn't super impressed with a lot of the decks. There's a lot of hype around decks like Shadow. There's a lot of hype around like this new Stifle Bob Grixis deck. I've seen all kinds of stuff. This new Grixis Phoenix deck, there's a ton of hype around that. And those are decks I expect to be very popular this weekend. But testing them myself, I found they either weren't my style or they weren't good decks. And either way, that means I shouldn't be playing them this weekend. So I am going to be trying a Pteramander deck. I think Pteramander is very Legacy playable. I don't think a lot of people compared it to Delver Sequence when it was released or when it was spoiled, and I don't think they are in the same role. Like I think this card is more comparable to like a Nimble Mongoose replacement than it is a Delver of Secrets replacement. Because Delver of Secrets is a fire and forget card. You put it in play and like whatever, eventually it flips, it's a 3/2, you're owning, crush people. This card requires a little bbit of work. Like there's a lot of huge payoff, like it's evasive, it can like, you know, eventually be a 5/5 at like instant speed, you can like use it as a trick. There's a lot more play to this card, and it's not just like a play it and forget, because it's just a flying bin if you don't do anything else. So the card, I think, compares a lot more to Nimble Mongoose and functions a lot more as a replacement for Nimble Mongoose. And so using that logic, I started my entire brewing, I guess, with this card by taking a lot of what Teamer Delver was trying to do and porting it over into a blue-red shell, because being able to play things like just basic islands and like make your mono-red matchup, for instance, a little bit better, I think it's very valuable. So this is a list I'm on now. It has some changes I haven't tried, but I did 5-0 with a list very similar to this. It had some dive downs in it earlier this week, and I also played a deck very similar to this at the local college tournament that I postponed my stream for yesterday. And I went 2-1, lost to Dredge. Don't plan on ever beating Dredge. If you're playing Dredge and you make it past the first 2 rounds or whatever to beat me, then you got me. I'm dead. I'm not hedging my deck to beat Dredge. I'm hoping to get lucky. So this is what we're gonna give a shot. Break the deck down real quick. I originally started with 17 lands because we have basics. It's better for your lands. Like, it's easier for your lands to stay in play. But I wanted to end up on a high number of true names, and with the 4th on the sideboard, and just like in general wanting to have like be able to cast multiple 1-drops a turn, I decided to go up a land to 18, which is what Grixis Delver used to do back in the day. Wasteland, once again, not really counting as a land. Wasteland's more of a spell that can like sometimes help cast your most expensive card, but in general is like not really there to be a primary mana producing source. So we are on 7 fetch lands and 7 fetchable lands. So that's something Grixis Delver started to do towards the end of its time existing, as it played, 7 fetchable lands and 7 all dual lands at the time, of course, and then 7 fetch lands. So I kind of kept that. I decided on the 4th Volcanic over the 4th Island. Since your islands are very likely to just stay in play anyway, being able to have access to the red, especially when I went up a red spell to having the Forked Bolt, I decided to put in a 4th Volcanic over what was the dive downs, basically. This Forked Bolt and one of these lands are what were the dive downs before. So there's 18 lands, 4 Volcanics, 3 islands, 4 Wastelands. Nothing else really to talk about there. It's just split on the fetch lands for Pithing Needle and anything else that might come up. Curious Obsession is kind of a card I was building around. I started with 3 when playing this deck list, and I've kind of cut down on them. I think this card is good right now, and I think it's good for the same reason things like Dark Confidant are beginning to see more play. Creatures aren't really dying in Legacy as much as they were before, and so now, like, with Curious Obsession, like, you don't really have to be in these other colors, and it makes things like a Pteramander that's not adapted a little bit more of a clock, especially in things like combo decks or prison decks or whatever. Like, being able to pair this up, like, and protect it with whatever is, pretty powerful. We've seen it in Standard. And I think it kind of fills that Dark Confidant, Thief of Sandal, all this nonsense people are trying, these creatures that get value. I think it kind of fills that role. And so I've been trying them. They've been impressive. I've cut down to 2 because they're not very good at multiples usually. So having only 2 seem pretty reasonable. They're pretty easy to find with cantrips, and you generally only really need 1 before the game's over. Like, having a threat and play on its own is usually close to enough. At the point at which you have a Curious Obsession, like, going, you don't really need the second one. Once again, I mentioned Team Delver at the start. They usually play 4 Stifle. I ended up on 2. Stifle's just like, once again, a card I didn't really want to draw a ton of. I wanted to have access to it for sure, and it is something that I want to get people with, but like, having a bunch of them just kind of clogged up my hand, and even with Force of Wills being able to like pitch Stifles, I just like didn't really be able to find use of all the Stifles I had every game. So I shaved a little bit on Stifles, shaved a little bit on Sessions, so that's why you see the 2-2 split here. The splash of red is only for Lightning Bolt in the main deck, but we do have a Forked Bolt. This is kind of a concession to Baleful Strix, which is a card that our deck has a hard time attacking through. I mean, we're trying to get in with Pteramander, Delver Secrets. Baleful Strix is going to be good against us. So the Forked Bolt's kind of for that. D&T and Elves are decks that have kind of seen a little bit of play that Forked Bolt gets some splash damage for. So I think kind of helps, and of course you can always go face, so that's why it's the better card main deck. You usually want something like Electrickery in your sideboard, which you can kind of see to be the Forked Bolt of your sideboard, because that's a little better against the creature decks, whereas this, being able to go face, means it's a reasonable main deck card as well. 4 Brainstorm, 4 Ponder, not really much to talk about there. They're broken, they're insane. What do you want from me? 2 Thought Scours. This is a later add. This wasn't an initial list, but I found I was having a little bit of trouble turning on my Pteramander sometimes. Just splashing in these 2 Thought Scours has been fantastic. It has been something very proactive. I can hold up Stifle mana and Spell Pierce mana and Thought Scour mana all in the same turn, and that's just been fantastic. So I've really liked Thought Scour. I would consider a third. The 2 have been very impressive, but I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's not that powerful of a cantrip, but like, just drawing 1 has gone a long way to enabling Pteramander by a turn, a full turn or 2 sooner. Creature base, pretty simple. 11 threats. We got 4 Pteramander, 4 Delver, 3 True-Name. There's an argument for the 4th True-Name. It's in our sideboard right now. Kind of a little worried about getting clogged on the main deck. Kind of running the same problem where unless we draw a Force, we can't really make use of multiple of them very well. And like, we're already pretty low in lands. There's a lot of Stifles, a lot of Wastelands going on. So only 3 True-Name, but True-Name carries Curious Obsession very well, so it synergizes well with our deck. Plus, if you notice, all our creatures are very evasive, so like, Ground Pounders aren't really blocking or whatever, or any of our creatures. So I think it fits in the plan well. I think it's a card we definitely want. And it's a card we want in a high number, but I don't really know the split between main and side, or if I should just have all 4 in the main or whatever. But I've been happy with the 11 threats so far, so I think I'm going to stick with that for this league. And rounding out the counterspell suite in the main deck, we got 4 Force of Will, 4 Daze. Pretty basic for a tempo deck to want all 4 of those. And I'm actually on 4 Spell Pierce. I've considered cutting the 4th Spell Pierce for like a Spell Snare or like a Dive Down, literally anything else, but Spell Pierce just seems like it's in a great position right now. It's good against a lot of the decks people are hyped up to play, and it's just like very good in Stifle, Wasteland, Daze decks anyway. And so I think Spell Pierce just plays to our game plan so well that having 4 is not unreasonable, and I've always wanted to draw one. So that's the main deck. Going into the sideboard, there's a couple interesting choices. I'll try to discuss them pretty quick. Flusterstorm Surgical, something you see in most Legacy sideboards. That's the probably the closest to home for everybody watching. And not much to really explain there. Combo matchups, there's lots of lands, Reanimator, Storm, whatever. Lots of graveyard decks we want to hit. But we're a little better against combo decks because we have all these Spell Pierces and stuff that I don't really think I want a second Flusterstorm like a lot of decks play. And I really don't want like a third Surgical or anything. I think we're pretty good against a lot of those decks. So instead of trying to hedge for combo, like these are really the concessions we make to combo. And like, of course, this gets splash damage and miracles, but still, like, it's just, I don't really want a lot of these effects. There's a little bit more specific stuff we can play. The True-Name Nemesis is for fair matchups typically. It's the best card in our deck is the fair matchups that are bringing a bunch of removal. We only have 8 creatures that die to removal, but like they're going to bring in a bunch of removal, and so we just need to be able to be a True-Name deck and be a good True-Name deck and be able to like efficiently counter their ways to answer True-Name, because the ways to answer True-Name are usually pretty like expensive and clunky. So it's for fair matchups essentially. Vapor Snag. This card is for depths primarily, but it's also good against things like Gurmag Anglers and, I don't know, just like various other creature decks. I think it's pretty good. Probably pretty good in the mirror, stuff like that. It's just like mainly for depths, but it's like kind of like Edict you see in a lot of the Grixis Delver sideboards. It's just like kind of gets a lot of equity into the matchups. Annul is a card that I put in my deck after losing to the Chalice Blood Moon decks a lot. I just wanted access to another like Spell Pierce type effect in the main deck. And this one also gets a little bit of equity against like Sneak and Joe, for instance, like being able to counter sneak attacks is really big. Just a couple other matchups where they have artifacts and enchantments like Affinity or whatever that like this card could get equity and it's just like very good at what it does. But I mean, it's so narrow that I don't really want a lot of them. But the one I've been very impressed with. Red cards. Let's start with the Blast, since they're the best. These are just broken cards, right? Blue's the best thing to be doing in Legacy. Blast efficiently answers blue things. To get into specifics, they're really good against like Grixis Control, good against Miracles. Still can bring them in against combo matchups and like the Mirish. They're just good in a lot of spots. You don't want to be super flooded on them, but it's a card I definitely want access to, and I've considered playing a 4th in the sideboard. I don't think a 4th is unreasonable by any means. But like you play a split for Cabal Therapy because you do bring some in against Storm. You don't bring them all in, but you bring some of them in. Counter cantrips is a pretty common line of play. We'll go Electrickery. Electrickery, it's just a sweeper. Like decks like Elves, decks like D&T. I wanted access to a sweeper, and the best thing that you really have access to in blue-red, especially with a bunch of one mana 1/1s in your deck, is Electrickery. You can't play things like Pyroclasm and stuff because it kills mountain creatures. He kills Delver when it flips. So this is one of the better things to be doing. And like honestly, just having like a what's a 1 mana deal, like a gut shot that costs 1 red, just instant speed, just like ping a thing. Still kills Mother of Runes and Llanowar Elves on turn 1 on the draw. So it's still like a pretty good like 1 mana removal spell that can also be a sweeper in the late game. So it's pretty flexible. I was playing 2 before, but when I put the Fork Bolt in my deck, I shaved the second one. Mostly because of Grixis Control, I'd rather have this card than this card by a lot. So in an effort to not have to bring so many like bad cards in my deck against Grixis Control, I like kind of wanted to cut one of those. Also just want like a better answer to creatures in the main deck. Abrade is kind of getting into that answer to Chalice, but it's also good against D&T. D&T can be a hard matchup because they literally have a sword that says proc our deck. Sword of Fire and Ice is a pretty hard card to answer, and so like having access to Abrade in the D&T matchup is really important. But it's also very good against the prison decks. So I think it's a very well-positioned card right now. I had a little exchange with Ryan Overturf, actually, ironically, on Twitter about this deck, and he was mentioning, like, playing a billion of Braids, and I was telling him, yeah, like, I'm playing a billion Braids and still losing to Chalice, so that's kind of where the Annul came from. I played a million of Braids and an Annul, and, like, hopefully that's going to be enough to beat Chalice in the Void. And lastly, rounding out the sideboard, we have Price of Progress. This card is a kind of, I don't want to say pet card of mine because it's just, like, really good, but, like, this card very cleanly kills, like, Grixis Control players when they just, like, fetch a bunch of duels. Kills, like, lands players, aggro loan players, all the post decks it's very good against. It's just, like, good at, like, crossing the finish line against, like, spectacularly, I might add, against a lot of those decks. Just, like, a little burst of damage that's, like, pretty efficient. A replaceable card for that would be, like, Blood Moon. Like, I was considering Blood Moons in this deck, but being 2 mana and, like, actually playing to our main game plan of attacking versus, like, a prison piece, I think is a pretty big reason to play this card over Blood Moon. Mana efficiency mainly, but, like I said, not really being a prison deck secondarily, I think adds a lot of equity at Price of Progress. And, yeah, that's the deck list. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. I'm going to jump in. Do I have enough money? I'm sure I have enough money. Look at me, I'm moto rich. All right. Details. This last league I do not think went well, right? Oh, we went 1-2 and before I dropped? Yeah. I decided I was not playing that deck that I played in that league. Look at it. 2 trophies. One with lands and one with the deck. You guys are now aware of both trophies I have in Legacy this season. Oh. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I know it's a Thursday, not normally my stream day, but hopefully we can get a good crowd in for Legacy. Legacy is sweet. Syracuse is going to be awesome. My first time to Syracuse, never been before. Excited to be there. I've heard some good things about a barbecue place there, and I love barbecue. It's so good. So good. Oh, man. I'm also really excited about this deck. I think Pteramanders are really, really good. Is anybody playing Legacy? Come on, guys. Come play Legacy with me. I wish to play some Delver. Delver you out. The tried and true strategy of Delvering people. Oh, my gosh. Opponents, come play with me. What's up, Ken? So how about us getting fat when Stone Age opens up? Oh, yeah, I'm excited about that. We're getting a Korean barbecue place in Huntsville. And I love me some Korean barbecue. We always get it when we go to, when the squad goes to Atlanta. We always get Korean barbecue. And I absolutely love it. It sounds a little risky. Like, we die Stone Cold to a Wasteland. But, like, the rest of the hand is fantastic. We're going to dunk on some combo decks. If we rattle off lands, we're going to dunk on some fair decks. So, I don't think there's ever a way you mulligan this, but, like, it's going to be really unfortunate that we lose to Wasteland. It's never a reason to mulligan this hand unless we know we're playing against, like, lands. Then, like, maybe. I still don't think I would mulligan this if I knew I was playing against lands. So, it's just going to be unfortunate, and we're going to hope to draw a land. But, yeah, like, there's a Korean barbecue place. Ooh. This is about to get dazed. Oh, no. Please don't do that. It's unfortunate that, like, I have to use the Daze here because there's a good chance I'm going to want to counter Athalia next turn. Sure, reveal Daze. I don't really want to reveal it, but we can, I guess. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this is just miracles. Okay, now I feel a lot smarter for using the Daze. Probably going to Spell Pierce whatever this is. Yeah, I'm willing to Spell Pierce cantrips, I think. Especially because we're still playing around Daze here. Just kind of want to get under them a little bit. That's a second Spell Pierce. We're doing it. I'm owning. Like, the way that this game is panned out, we always have, like, the force backdoor against Terminus. And we're just gonna try to, like, do the traditional tempo thing. This is not a counter. This is not what I'm gonna counter. It sees less cards. It also can't set up a Terminus. Like, this card's horrific at setting up Terminus. And, like, I'm just, like, only worried about removal spells right now. Search for Azcanta. Is there merit to dazing this? Are they gonna let me daze anything else? There's 5 cards in graveyard. Let me see how they top. They put both cards on top, so they're probably not graveyard in the next card. Playing Portent and Miracles is still yuck. Yeah, no kidding. I'm trying to see if this card is going to matter. They get to graveyard. So they're going to go to 9. Graveyard go to 6. It makes Daze worse. But we have a Spell Pierce. I don't want to Spell Pierce this, though. I think I'm going to let this go through. Oh, that Thought Scour is a pretty good draw. Once again, this is like exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I kind of want a Thought Scour main phase to hold up, or to try to hit a land drop. But if we miss, then it's like whatever, because we have like I'd rather just hold all my mana up, right? Because I have Spell Pierce that I'm holding up still. Supreme Verdict. That can't be countered. Okay. That's unfortunate they're playing Supreme Verdict. Now I might just lose to Search for Azcanta. Oh, never mind. I'm lucky and drew a Pteramander. Hopefully draw a land. It's a pretty good land. Checks the Search for Azcanta. Also helps cast True-Name Nemesis, so that was a good land to draw. Even though it doesn't produce blue, so we can't help Spell Pierce here, it's still a good land to draw. They can not graveyard anything and still flip Search. If they do flip the Search, I think I'm going to Wasteland it. They're just like, we will get drowned by it. I think they'd rather keep the Scry Engine in play anyway. Terminus. I think I want to force this. Yeah, I think I'm going to force this, most likely pitching the Daze they know about. Yeah. Forcing Terminus, I think, is good. Back to basics, that is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little unfortunate we got caught by it, but it's still, like, fine. Because we have a lot of basics in our deck, so if we draw a fetch land, like, we're actually going to have, like, blue mana we can use for the rest of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Council's Judgment. Yup. Okay, this game gets a lot harder now. Because we have to, like, somehow cast these True-Name Nemesises. True-Name Nemesi. I think we're probably dead. Think the Supreme Verdict got us. This is like the best card they can have against us, I think. Like I've always said, Miracle's the best card they can play against us is Supreme Verdict. And like I think that really showed because I think we were pretty locked to win this game with that Delver, just like with all the tempo aspects we had until that happened. And like now we're kind of getting punished because we just haven't drawn islands. And I think we're dead. The Wasteland that got played on like turn 7 or whatever got us. Alright. I think I'm willing to concede. Daze for discard was a bad idea. Why do you think that? What's up? Smearable. Hey Drake, looking very smart and thin today. Oh, thank you. Daze for discard was a bad idea. Why? I don't think Daze was a bad. I don't think pitching that Daze is a bad idea. They knew about it. All right, let's bring in a true name. Let's bring in. I don't know. People have been saying Surgical's good, so we'll try that. Pretty good against Terminus. The thing is, we saw a split with Verdict, so like maybe it's a little worse. It'll be probably one of the first things cut if we don't have room. Annul is not unreasonable, especially since we know about Back to Basics, and Back to Basics got us. So if they have Counterbalance, Search, and Back to Basics, then we want Annul. But I didn't really see Counterbalance, so maybe I don't want it. I don't know. Let's see how many outs we have. I think Forked Bolt's actively bad, but Lightning Bolt's great. Curious Obsession's really bad against the Supreme Verdict deck. Stifle's great. Thought Scour's good. Wasteland's pretty bad. We cut 2 of those. Force School I think is really good. Spell Pusher's really good. 5 cards I want to cut currently. I think we can cut like a Daze. What are we? We're on the play. Ugh. I'll leave all 4 in on the play, I guess. The worst cards I'm bringing in are. Let's see. There's 3. So we gotta separate this differential of 3. What am I missing? Is Thought Scour good? Thought Scour might be bad since like we're bringing in sideboard cards. Shape 1. That's not really terribly calculated, but I think it's good. Like we're more likely to just be putting a bunch of spells in our graveyard, so Pteramander is most likely to be easier to turn on. If I just didn't bring in Surgical. Maybe I don't think I want 2 Surgicals. The Annul might be really bad too. The thing is they could play around Spell Pierce and Daze pretty easily in the late game, whereas Annul is still a hard counter later. What are we down? 41 seconds? Should bring in no Surgicals and we'll call it a day. Submit. What did you guys want to do? Because you play again, Miracles, you had 2 Nemesis in hand? Well, they didn't have the Back to Basics yet, right? When they were terminusing us, they like played the Back to Basics afterwards, using like they only played the Back to Basics because we pitched Daze, right? So like keeping the Daze does kind of keep that Thalia lock on, but I mean I didn't think they would have Back to Basics in their main deck. That's pretty old tech, and like so it wasn't something that was even on my radar as something they could do this turn, that turn I mean. And do I play? I think I'm gonna play as Threat. So even though we got Back to Basics, I'm tempted to just grab a red land. We have 7 red cards in our deck, none of them in hand. I think I'm gonna grab an island first. This might be playing scared. If I draw a bunch of red cards, then sure, I'll admit I'm an idiot, but like I think being able to like making it to where Back to Basics is another thing you just don't have to counter, I think is really powerful. We're gonna hold these Pteramanders. I'm just going to pass the turn. It's not really enough pressure. We're going to want to deploy a second one eventually, but I want to hit my second land drop or I want to cash a Spell Pierce before we play the second one. Especially since we don't have a force, it gives us time to like try to set up like cantrips and like find a force. Land. Land or Force of Will. I'll take a Force of Will. Opponent considering brainstorming on upkeep? I don't know. They are stopping on my upkeep. Alright, if you even played Nemesis, you needed to stay with Daze because mana might be tapped. Well, I don't think the Daze is getting equity, Jira. I don't think Daze, like, at the point at which we were in the game, at the point at which we play True-Name, right? Like, we drew the land, we play True-Name. I don't think Like, our opponent, first of all, knew about Daze so they can play around it. Second of all, like, they were just hitting all of their land drops, right? So they can just, like, it's pretty easy for them to just... Alright, I'm going to cast this Spell Pierce in. Maybe I shouldn't. This actually I think was wrong. Oh, they're Spell Piercing back? Wow. Is that a sign of weakness? I think I'm just going to let this happen. Yeah, I think I'm going to let this happen. Because, like, I want them to play into Daze this turn. They have Portent. Whatever. I want them to play into Daze because, like, if I have a Daze, it's really tempting to Daze there. And so I want them to get, like, blown out by this Daze in my hand. Unfortunately, I think I signaled this force that I ended up drawing pretty well. Yeah, the Portent's fine. Did they shuffle? Like, why are they Portenting again? Oh, no, he Portented me. Sure. That's fine. I don't think I particularly care about that. You let me draw a Spell Pierce, okay? So they know about the next 3 cards. They know about Spell Pierce and other stuff. They're doing it this beginning of combat. Yeah, alright. This is kind of what I was talking about. Like, this Daze getting equity is great because they gave me a Spell Pierce that I can now hold up. Which is pretty sick. Is this a Terminus? It is not a Terminus. Alright. That Wasteland's pretty good. I think I'm going to go to combat first. Get my 1 damage in. This is a game where Thought Scour would be great. Kind of feel dumb for cutting 1. Alright. This Wasteland getting equity, though, is fantastic. We cut 2 of them because it's just very unlikely that they normally hit something. Yeah, I think we let this happen. They know about the Spell Pierce. They knew about the Wasteland too. I'm surprised they like played this. I guess my next card is just better than Wasteland, which is kind of nuts. All right, do I play the second Pteramander? They have Supreme Verdict in their deck. I think playing this Patient will reward us. What's up, Collins? The Be Easy. Looking forward to playing this deck in Modern soon. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Are we going to let this happen? I think we're going to let this happen. Because we have another Pteramander. Like, the Pteramanders aren't a lot of pressure. Like, they just aren't. They're not very good. If they're like, extending all of this stuff into Pteramanders, then, like, I'm super okay with that, I think. Like, these are literally flying men, and they're just, like, going out of their way to kill my flying men. I think they're actually playing too scared of Pteramander. But that's neither here nor there. Drawing that was really good. Alright. What are you doing? If they make a move here, Vendilion click? Gableh. I wish I had my Wasteland still. Alright, yeah, I'll force that pitching Spell Pierce. Sure. Swords it. Why were they swords here? Do I care about this swords? The question is, like, is True-Name going to win us this game? And I don't know the answer to that question. They have 2 cards left. Do we just rely on True-Name? They've been through 1 Terminus, multiple 3 Swords to Plowshares. So, like, it's likely they just don't have another Swords. If we Daze this, then we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 spells in the graveyard. 5, 6, 7. We still can't make Pteramander insane. Yeah, I think I'm going to elect to keep my Pteramander around. I'm going to keep my Pteramander around. I think I want to make them answer this last threat, like, hopefully with another Terminus. And then I'm, like, because if I draw a land, we can just, like, adapt it. And, like, this way, if they play Jace. Yeah, there we go. Like, that would have answered our True-Name. And we couldn't have counsels to that. So, I mean, we couldn't have answered that. So, hopefully this True-Name works. There's no reason to play this land. you. Alright, hopefully we get rewarded for all this. This game has been odd. Jace, alright. You gonna Fate Seal me? Fate Seal you. Okay. Yeah, we have to attack the Jace. They're at 14, so... Pretty easy attack Jace here. Stifle. Alright, that's good against Terminus. Attack Jace. If they Brainstorm, I might just Stifle it. It functions as a counterspell for the card Brainstorm, so I'm pretty here for it. Oh, the actual card Brainstorm? Okay. Maybe I won't then. Yeah, I think because they do that Brainstorm means I won't. Sure. Another Brainstorm, sure. Well, because they did this, now I want to Stifle Jace. Draw 3 cards. Oh, yeah, there we go. This could be bad. Punish me for this. Oh, wow. Alright. Good card? Oh, wow. Okay. Probably gonna Stifle Jace again. But there's one card in hand and we're drawing to, like, Blast and stuff. Trading with a Brainstorm is probably as good as it's gonna get. Opponent's got runners. That's a great one. Okay. Inker probably dead. There's a lot of decisions this game. Definitely willing to believe that I screwed this game up somewhere. Maybe I wasn't supposed to Wasteland so aggressively, like they ended up with a billion mana still, but I wanted to keep my like soft permission live. Sure, that's fine. Something that kills Jace. Ponder. None of these answered Jace, so we're going to shuffle. Boop. And something answers Jace. That answers Jace. Boop. I should have played this in case they have Spell Pierce. Oh my god, they actually have Spell Pierce? Alright, yeah, you got it. Womp womp. Play bad, you lose. Although we were likely losing that game anyway, a Snapcaster to back up all of that is pretty freaking good. This is going to be tough to beat. I don't know. Like, I put the extra True-Name in there partly for that matchup. I don't think that match was very good. I think we can win, but I think beating Supreme Verdict is so incredibly challenging. That if we get I think especially with this deck, like regular Delver's a little better against Supreme Verdict, I think, but I think this particular version is bad, like especially bad against it. Yeah, we'll leave this on top. Something to do before turn a million. This is what I was talking about, like why I don't want the 4th True-Name. Because like, just like having the card be anything else here is really nice. Sure. I'm ready to scrub out with this deck after telling you guys how I 5-0'd with it. I am ready for it. My body is ready. I don't want to play this and get Wastelanded. But there's a good chance I just like Thought Scour anyway. I don't know. Like, I would feel dopey if this is like a Dover mirror. They like fetch play Bob or whatever. And like I feel incentivized to like bolt it. Although I'll probably still fetch an island in Thought Scour. Ugh, this looks like weakness. I want to force this. Did they shuffle? Yeah, they chose to shuffle. Oh gosh, I really want to force this. Whatever, we're playtesting, right? Come on, tell me how to forcing this. Chat, we forcing this? I'm forcing this, right? Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm forcing it. We're doing it. I've committed. Second land, ready? Out of hand. Oh, it's a basic island. I don't know what they're playing. Let's go fetch. Stifle me. Did not. Okay. See if this gets like Spell Pierced or something. Curious Obsession. Milled Spell Pierced Thought Scour. Seems good. Brainstorm. Brainstorm. Looking for a land. Oh, dang. We found our lands. Not going to play this Ponder this turn. I think I want to just, like, because they're a black deck, I want to insulate this True-Name against discard. So I'm going to put this... Yeah, put this back. And we're going to play an island, and I'm going to pass. There's no chance we fetch because we want to draw the True-Name. Oh, no. Thank you, computer. Let's see. Hopefully there's like a Liliana Lasso. Is this like Storm? What the hell is this? If this is Storm, I feel a little bit dumb. Alright, now I want to fetch. I don't want that other land. Volcanic. Alright. If this is Storm, I would Ponder here. But I kind of want to get my threat into play anyway. So I don't think this play is much worse against Storm. They're like clearly looking for something. Oh, they just have Edict? Sure. Okay. Glad we didn't put something on this Curious Obsession. So this is like control then, I guess. Sweet. Me. Okay. Kept the Curious Obsession. Perfect. Well, this has looked really bad. Ponder. Looking for a creature. That's a creature. That Daze is really bad, though. Whatever. I don't really know what else we're looking for. We're just looking to draw creatures, so... The question is, do we put the Curious Obsession on it? Get 2 for 1? I don't know. Like, I don't think they would have jammed a removal spell yet. You won't? He ain't ready for it? Get in there? I mean, alright, sure. Let's do it. Blow me out. Combat. Attack. Pretty ready for this to die. Didn't die. We're outing. Now we get to pick up the Daze? Alright. Okay. Okay. We in here. Ups the clock by 1. Snapcaster. That's fine. I'm going to Daze the shit out of this. Well, I don't know what he's doing, but we're dazing it. Okay. Yeah, no thanks. No thank you. Finding removal spells for my... Oh, no! They mean it. Pitching Mind Sculptor, huh? Okay. Your Ponder happens. We got a hymn of our own. Look at us. We're the card advantage deck now. They chose not to shuffle. Oh no, now we're getting bolted. This is so awful. Whatever, the Obsession cycled. It's fine. Yeah, that happens. The Obsession cycled, drew us a Daze that ended up being insane. We drew another Daze. This is so awful. Main deck Edict, eh? Take our hit for 2. Gonna keep Bolt around in case they have Jace. Also, obviously, just to pressure them, which not under enough pressure with this Snapcaster. There's Jace. Oh, I should have dazed that. I suck. Yeah, that's fine. I thought they played a land. I was wrong. Was on that trigger figure ready to bolt it. Stifle. Let's see. Wow. We probably could have won that game. There's a train coming. Yeah, I'm not playing well today. Not playing well. Pop's good here. Train's great. Blasts are great. I assume they're a Strix deck. Sad Nas. Were you not a fan of the 4 Bob Grixis special? Nope, the mana base sucked. Especially sad today because of Cabal Therapist. That card's great. Flusterstorm's good. I don't know if I want Vapor Snag for Gurmags. I don't think I do. I don't know if I want a Braid either. Like, a Braid kind of sucks. Might bring an Electrickery since they're a Snapcaster. Like, they might have Snapcaster. They might have Lava Boy, and they might have Strix, so just like being able to pick multiple of them up is pretty nice. The Forces sucks, so they're coming out. They know about Daze, so we're going to cut at least one of those. Stifle, I think, can be good, so we're going to leave them in for now. Gears Obsession's pretty bad. These fair matchups is just not that good. Right? We have 5 cards. Yeah, let's cut them. I don't know, they almost looked really bad. Like, we had to connect with this Delver. We had to, like, pray that we connected. It's kind of weird. Call, like, a Stifle, leave 1 in. That seems calculated. We'll try this. Got some open winning play on the stream tonight. Nope, not ready to win the open. I mean, I think I'd like to think I won't make that mistake in paper, but I don't know. Maybe I would. This hand sucks. Let's keep it. Like, I don't know. Like, my brain was just not in the right place. Definitely, obviously should have dazed that Mind Sculptor. Brain was not with it. Jam the Delver. Hope to get some equity out of this Wasteland. Let's see, what I like about this hand a lot is that it has a Wasteland to hopefully stop their early plays, but we have, like, the best card in the matchup, which is True-Name, and we have Price of Progress, which is probably actually the best card after sideboarding. So, like, these two are so powerful in the matchup that I think with a turn 1 play, like, it's just hard to justify mulliganing this. Red Elemental Blast. Sure. I would like to reveal that card. Let's play a fetch land in case, like, something stupid happens. Like, we want to grab an island with this because we already have the Volk, but I don't actually really want to crack it very early. So this is one of the situations where we're not going to play a True-Name on 3, I don't think. Brainstorm Instep? I don't think I'm willing to counter that. It's basically just cycle a card. If they untapped, and ironically, if they had untapped, played it with a fetch land, I think I would have blasted it. But I'm not willing to blast that. What are we doing now? They Edicted, I might play. Alright, yeah, that's getting blasted. Boop. Counter target blue spell. They force it, huh? Okay. Got a 2 for 1. That mitigates what's happening here. Since we have Edict protection, I might play the True-Name now. Like, their shields are down. Oh, never mind. We just have a Lightning Bolt. My God, that's good. Sure, yeah, let's just bolt this. Let's bolt this, get in with Aberration. Hey, keep the Wasteland up. Pop looking pretty bad right now, but so is their mana base, so hard to complain. They'll have to play duels eventually. You can't play basics forever. Here's one. Question is whether or not we're going to Wasteland that. Obviously getting Kolaghan's commanded here. Not really. This is pretty face up. Returning this, make us discard. Blow it up, make us discard. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. They're going to return Strix. That makes a lot more sense. Same thing. It's a shame to, like, Brainstorm. But I think I want to just Wasteland them. Even though we have a prop, this game ideally is going to go long enough that this pop's still going to get equity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fetch Island, play Wasteland. This doesn't really inform their force, 'cause I think they would force us anyway. We're going to run out one of these and just make their turns awkward. Like, if they play Strix now, it's just like they're so far behind. Yeah, see, like, they can't really afford to play Strix. They need to, like, find lands, find answers to True-Name. Like, they're a little too far behind to play Strix, and this is exactly, like, what I wanted to accomplish with this series of plays. Are we getting discarded? What the hell is this? Oh, it's a Gurmag. Okay. Okay, maybe they don't want to play Gurmag. They're thinking about playing Gurmag. Fishy, fishy. Sure. Think we're winning the race right now? Because we get to attack first. Don't really know. Not really that invested in it. Brainstorm. Pyroblast. I think I'm going to hide this pop, so we're going to put this and this on top. To combat and attack for 3. Put him to 7. We're in a little bit of danger because if we try to use the pop to finish them off for the last few points, we could die to our own things. So that's kind of rough. We probably need them to play 2 dual lands, I think. Brainstorm. I think I'm blasting this. I think that's what I'm here to blast. Hit us for 5 to 14. Hit you down to... Even if you play Strix, which you can't. The man with a plan. What's going on? Thank you much for the follow. What's up, Alabama fan? Dinner was great. Thank you for joining. Alright, yeah, let's go and put them to 5. Or, I'm sorry, to 4. This way, like, a bolt finishes them off. Like, pop's still pretty good. Like, even if they play a dual land. Edict. Gross. Let's try to find a Spell Pierce. Wow. That's really bad. So the question is it more likely we find a Spell Pierce? I guess Daze does it too. That's just like so many cards in one step that like I think I'm supposed to cast this other Brainstorm too. Yeah, like that's just so much more likely than trying to get something going. Oh my god, a Delver. Vomit. Alright, yep, sack this. Then they put me to 9. Well, this Delver's gonna have to do some more. Oh no, we know about a Strix. I think we just died. Dang. Whatever. Maybe they'll play 2 dual lands over the course of a few turns. I think if they play Strix, like, I think if they attack, I'm just blocking. Oh, never mind, we're just getting Liliana'd. Pushed. Sure. Alright, well, they played all basics. My pop looked terrible. They got to play the game without... Well, that's not true. They played 1 non-basic, but I wastelanded it to try to get them to play more non-basics, and they just missed their land drops. The 1 non-basic in play doesn't actually do anything right now. We'll just let them cast more red spells. Yeah, I think we're done. Alright, the quick 0-2-0-4. Perfect. The fair matchups have looked convincingly terrible. I don't really know how to show those up. I feel like I already have, like, a lot of the cards important in the matchup, and they just haven't lined up well. Curious Obsession actually looked like not even the worst of all of them. Like, we got equity out of them. The, like, pop looks pretty bad there. Like, I guess dazing that. Like, maybe I probably would have won game 1 against the Grixis if I just, like, known to, like, actually daze that stupid Jace, but... I don't know. I guess I haven't really played very well either. Like, I've played bad in matchups where playing good is very important, and I think that... These matchups are not great to begin with. Like, I think we're going to be pretty bad against the fair decks, which is fine. Fair decks aren't very good. So, like, I'm willing to lose to, like, not great decks. The question is how popular they're going to be in Syracuse. Because if they're popular, I think we're going to get, like, we're going to get bodied if I try to play this. I think if like, Prison, in combo decks, particularly, like, I think Phoenix, Storm, what's the other combo deck? Sneak and Show. If those are popular decks, then I think we're going to do pretty well with this deck. What's up, Don Server? Oh, yeah, I'm playing real bad. Oh, like, not only am I playing a bad deck, but I'm playing badly. Hey, Brendan, what's going on, BB? Also, these hands have not helped. The auto mold of 6 is not ideal. Yeah, we'll keep bottom that. No, not super interested in the Wasteland and the blind. Like, we need a threat. Feel pretty comfortable against most of the format with this hand, though. Like, Spell Pierce is just, like, really good. And, like, Basics is really good. Yeah, like, see here, we're going to get Chalice, but we get to Spell Pierce it. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, well, this is something I'm interested in trying. This is a matchup I'm very interested in, although I feel stupid for bottoming the Wasteland. But, I mean, that's just because it ended up being this matchup. Oh, well, Moto Bug, we drew it anyway. Wasteland, you. Keep my Pierces great. No permanents, please. Put them in the garbage can. City of Traders. Okay, I'll Spell Pierce the next one, too, I promise. Simeon, Spirit Guide, Rebel Master. Alright, well, never mind, I have to force that. Because I can't beat that right now. I don't have any bolts. But you can't play any lands. Oh my gosh. Okay. Need to draw non-land in my 18 land deck. You get one more shot. Oh, never mind. You get two more shots. Is this another Album Master? What we got? Tell me Blood Moon. Show me a Blood Moon. It's not a Blood Moon. Ugh. Alright, fine. I just wanted to get Blood Mooned. What the hell? Brainstorm. Lightning Bolt. Well, I guess don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Bolt that now. Play a land. Go. Alright, we're playing the game. We're playing the game. Need a threat, or they're going to draw out of this. Looks like I'm just going to hit for one for a billion turns currently. Just checking out this crazy weird deck. It's not even that crazy weird. It's basically just blue-red Delver. That Bolt's a good pickup. I think I'm going to hold this land for now. Just draw Brainstorm. Most of the things they can play for 3 mana I don't care that much about. This is a chalice. We have to bolt this. Oh, Jesus. Alright, well now most of our deck's turned off. But that's okay. We can still draw True-Name. That's not True-Name. It's basically True-Name or bust at this point in time, right? I think everything else is a 1-drop. Well, they're not drawing anything. Ding! Holding land for Brainstorm doesn't really matter anymore. Alright, well, if they keep having nothing, then we're going to win the game. If they keep having nothing, we're going to win. Well, that's nothing. That's nothing step 1. I'll tell you, man, the gameplay this deck leads to... Now we can hardcast Forces, which is nice. Once again, we don't have Brainstorms to draw to, so we just run out of our lands. Also, like, maybe we could just draw and play multiple True Names in a turn or whatever. The old concede from 15. Okay. Deal. Well, I don't know how we won that game. It was a miracle, but we did. Abrades. Yes, I want that card. Flusterstorm kind of sucks. Electrickery kind of sucks. Most of this kind of sucks. We just don't like these 5 cards. Smash Up's not horrific. It's just not great. Forked Bolt kind of sucks. Lightning Bolt's good because of the stupid... whatchamacallums? The Rabble Masters. I actually like Curious Obsession this matchup, I think. It's pretty good with all of our threats. Makes all of our threats good, so I think I'm going to leave that card in. I wouldn't mind shaving on more 1-drops, though. I treat this deck a lot like a force check deck. Like, they try to, kill you on turn 1 with some utter nonsense. Hey, what's up, sexy? You're here instead of watching Owl? Why not just watch both? Don't you have infinity monitors? Come on, BB. Hey, make sure you get me a sub list. Make sure you get me a sub list to play so that we can jam some of that. Although it'll be a while because there's lots of tournaments to test for. I'm trying to think of what else I want to cut. Lightning Bolt's not that great, right? Got down one more. Blech. Thought Scour kind of sucks too. Alright, we're going to do that. Yeah, I think I actually like Ponder less than Thought Scour. Thought Scour lets me hold up mana. So calculated. I have run the numbers, and I think this is the deck I want to submit. I indicate that my internet's good enough to watch both streams at once. TBH, that's pretty terrible. Yeah, it is, Chris. David decided to stop by. Curious Obsession and Stifle make it seem like a crazy weird deck. I guess that's true. I hate how we've, literally are an 18-land deck just like old Grixis Delver, and we've had to mulligan every single 7. Yeah, this hand's great. Sand's wonderful. I don't want that. I might want that. I may end up regretting it if they just go Soul Land, do something. But if they play Mountains, I just feel like an idiot. Here, Chrome Mox. Okay. 2 for 1 yourself. Down to 4 cards. See, here we go. Wasteland looks terrible. Chalice, get forced. Guess for it. Actually, maybe this is wrong. This may be incorrect, right? Because we can... Although then I'm weak to Blood Moons. I have an Abrade, right? I really don't want to pitch this Daze. I mean, this Abrade. I think we can beat that. Alright, we're going to try it. We're going to try beating this. It's not going to go my way. We can pitch our first 1-drop we draw. Volcanic Island. Alright. Yeah. I don't think I'm willing to force that. I'm willing to force things that actually kill me. Not that. Well, that definitely doesn't kill me. Land go definitely ain't it. I almost want to break this Chrome Mox now. Alright. Go. We can take some draw steps here for a second. I'm here for it. Man, mono red. What a deck. What a deck of Magic the Gathering cards, chat. Island. Destroy target artifact. Target that. Don't force me, we can abrade. Yeah, it was close. Oh, jeez. Well, alright. Here's a true name. Beat this card ever. True name is very, very, very good in this matchup. Not only does it not get countered by Chalice, but it also just like doesn't die to any of their stuff. Alright, yeah, this is... Whatever this is getting dazed. Oh, maybe forced. Legion War Boss. I'm not forcing that. Okay. I lied, I'm abrading that. We win this race very convincingly. Ooh. Alright, Polluted Delta is not a bad pickup. Deal 3 to this. Wasteland you. Combat. Alright, let's body him. Go, gadget, true name. Alright, then you draw another land to even be able to do anything. Now they can do stuff, but we have Daze. Lemons don't do anything. Yeah, sure, we'll fetch an island. Resolves. You got me. Alright. This matchup's all about, like, knowing what to force. Oh, wow, that's pretty good. That picks the clock up a little bit. Like, 'cause, like, you only force things that you can't beat. Because there's a lot of things that are pretty scary in their deck, but you can beat a lot of them. You can beat a surprising number of them. Drawing all 3 Abrades in this matchup's pretty good. I will allow you to have more mana. That is perfectly fine with me. Chandra is going to get dazed. Yes, I see. You have made the opinion. Am I supposed to just cast it, right? Alright, we'll just like cast it. Mine as well. Are we done? Are you done? You done playing Magic? We still having a good time? Alright, we're still having a good time. Boop. Got him on a 3 turn. Oh, Delver's pretty good pickup. Nah, I don't want to play this Delver. I want to hold this for Force of Will in case they have, I don't know. I don't think there's any way right now we could lose. And playing the Delver, I feel like opens ourselves up to dying to run a runner. What is this? Is this even a runner? Do I care about this? I put them to 6 next turn, then 3? I guess. We still died like in Snaring Bridges. So I'm gonna let this into play. This is like their own personal lightning bolt. Mountain, that's fine. Hit me for 1. Go to 12. They have missed the attack. Very nice. Very impressive. Alright. Another true name. Combat. Attack you. I guess it doesn't really matter. We can force whatever they play. We can abrade. We can bolt. The whole world's our oyster here. But they're dead on board, so I'm just going to, like, pass. I guess we had this. Maybe we should have forced this. I don't think it matters. I think this is a little too late. Trinisphere. Would you like to cast that? I don't recommend casting it. What you got? Blood Moon. Okay. That is fine. All of these things you're doing are fine. Instep. Lightning Bolt you. Pew. Untap. Are we done? Alright, we're done. 2-0 mono red with my deck with 32 1-drops. Excellent. Alright, well these have been pretty swingy. I'm having a good time. No, you still have a braid. You don't die to bridge? Yeah. No, I figured that out. But I don't think we died to Chandra either, which didn't die to anything. What did we die to? Like, we didn't even die to Chalice. I guess we might die to Fiery Confluence. Like, if they just shot us with 2 of those, we would just die, right? Like, that's, like, kind of what we're scared of. But, like, those are very, very forcible. Yeah, there you go. That's kind of... When you draw 3 Abrades, your mono red matchup. When you draw, what is it? A Daze, a Force, 3 Abrades, and, like, a Bolt on time, you're going to beat mono red. That deck is not resilient. And if you draw that much stuff, then we're going to do it. This deck's not a pile. It's fine. It's fine. We got bodied by the fair decks. I don't really know how to make those matchups better. Probably just means like having a more cohesive deck. I don't really know. Could put like Search for Escant in my deck. Is that monstrous? Probably. Board in some Search for Escantas. Powerful. Go grab my like... I guess the best things are creatures, so like I don't even know what I'm grabbing. But, I don't know. Ancestral Vision is a card I've considered for, like, making that matchup better. I might play one of those. Just, like, try to make the mono red. I mean, try to make the Miracles / Grixis control decks a little bit better matchup. Yeah, that's atrocious. I mean, what do you want from me? I'm trying to figure out how to make fair matchups better. Keep. This is a nice hand. This is the first 7 we've kept, I think, right? Like, have we kept any other 7s? It's just been a beating. Sure. Let's spew. Allow us to spew. Cat P Light. Hello, Cat P Light. How are you? Cat P Light is in the tank. Ponder. What about, like, Arclight Phoenix? Jeez. We have no ways to enable it. We have to, like, Faithless Looting and stuff. Yikes. Curious Obsession, Daze. I'm moderately interested in this Daze, and we have this Thought Scour to clear. I think I want this Daze. Top, top, top. No. Put a stop on my turn. Yeah, this might have been bad. This might have been a greedy keep, but I want more blue cards, and, like, free counter magic's nice. So I'm planning to upkeep next turn, Thought Scour away the Obsession and the land, because I just don't really want them. If I have to draw the Obsession, it's fine. Like, if it gets countered, I don't really care that much, but... If we have to Daze, I guess I feel a little dumb, but like I said, the Obsession can get pitched to Force of Will, so I don't really care that much if we have to draw it. I just really don't want that land. Verdant Catacomb strategy is what Mrs. Cat P. Light is elected to cast. Sylvan Safekeeper. We're doing the stuff. Okay. Alright, well, we're probably going to bolt that. Thought Scour me. No counter spells. Drew Delver. And a Brainstorm. Well, this went like best possible. Okay, I kind of want to bolt this. I think I want to bolt this. See if she wants to sack her only land and keep it around. She does not. Alright, I kind of thought you would, to be honest. Now, Daze is a little worse against this deck because they are a Spirit Guide deck. They have Elvish Spirit Guides in their main deck, so I feel a little dumb. But, oh yeah, Cat's been on depths. Well, I see that. Cat is on depths. Mrs. Cat Light. That will get a Daze for me, dog. Excuse me. Ugh. All right. Can Brainstorm then fetch? I don't know. I want to put this Delver into play. Should put this Delver into play like this. Don't really need to Brainstorm yet. We have Redundance, so we can Brainstorm next turn if we have to force. Alright. What you got, girly? Got 1, 2, 3, 4 spells in the yard. Pteramander's got 4 spells. Not gonna force that. Shouldn't show me either piece. I think it's pretty safe to assume she probably has 1 in her hand. Which one? I don't know. This is probably someone's crying. Probably gonna get forced. Crop rotation. Yeah, I'll force that. Playing around soft permission, pretty smart. I guess let's stop my upkeep. Is this gonna be a Hex Mage afterwards? It's pretty nice that Force traded a 2 for 2, so we're even on cards still. Mana's going to leave her pool. We're going to find a Pteramander. Do not want to reveal it. I do want to draw that, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah. I think I want to fetch away this land, though, so I'm gonna... Also kind of flip this Delver, though. Let's Brainstorm. Cat in the tank about my Brainstorm. All right. Safekeeper does not matter in this matchup, so now our Delver is online a turn later and we have 3 less points. Yeah, that's true. So if I play land Pteramander, I want to hold these 4, so I can't. So I have to put this and this back, I think. We're going to play this land after all, because I think I want it for Pteramander purposes. We're going to play our Pteramander. Alright, we're doing stuff. Hoping to catch her with a Daze this turn, and the second Daze just kind of locks her out. Because we get to attack for, like, a bunch next turn. Like, yeah, we get to kill her. We get to kill her in 2 turns. Like, next turn we attack for 8. The turn after we attack for 8 again, but we have that bolt. But I don't think we're going to get to draw the bolt, right? Uh-oh, may have messed up. Well, this is bad. They crop rot, grab Dark Depths, they can copy it. It's all about whether or not they have a crop rot. Actually, we have a Daze. Never mind. We just like Daze. Yeah. If she has crop rotation, we just Daze it. I think we can still win this game on this configuration, as long as she doesn't have a way to get Sajiri Step. What is this? What does Sylvan Scrying do here? Crop rot. Alright, yeah, let's just Daze that. Pick this up. I wish you can't make a Lage this turn. 1. Yup. Go grab. Oh wait, no, she like grabbed a Thespian stage. I don't know why she sacked that. Why didn't she sack this forest? I'm really confused now. Oh, she has a Hex Mage. Oh, that's so bad. Whatevs. Ugh. Okay. Probably supposed to make a 2020 now. We have 1 block at it. This is tough. think you're supposed to make it now. I have Wasteland in my deck. Also have Stifle, which is good against Hexmage. Makes me wonder if I messed this game up. Maybe playing this Pteramander was egregious. That seemed to work out to me. I didn't think she would have enough to like try to go for it again this turn. Like having Hexmage plus crop rotation on top of the like all this stuff just like kind of feels rough. But I really think she should make it here. Like there's a billion things the Delver deck can play to punish you for letting me untap and go to my main phase. I don't get it. Whatever. Yes. Well, let's fetch. We don't want the bolt. Doesn't do anything. Cat, what are you doing, girl? Doop doo doo. Cat. Still think she should make it before I draw. Go to my main phase. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I don't know why we waited so long. But we did. Watch, I'll draw like the Stifle or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 1 to adapt. Let's ponder. Try to find another Pteramander. That ain't it. Ponder. Alright, well. It still lets us adapt our Pteramander if we miss. Oh, that's another Pteramander. Top. Wait. Did I just mess this up? Oh no. Top. No. Well, I wanted to draw the fetch land. That might actually kill me. We'll see. Alright, go. We can attack for 5. Yeah, it just has to juiced up. Just has every crop rotation in this game? Okay. Well, darn. Deck looked real good there. Yep, you did it. We got depths. Yeah, maybe the bolt on turn 1 was bad. This card's kind of a trap in the matchup. They don't have a lot of lands in play. Abrade for Wasteland is like not unreasonable. Plus you can catch random hex mages and stuff. So I'm bringing some number of Abrades. Annul's not insane. Flusterstorm is good. Vapor Snag's insane. Surgical is reasonable. True-Name is really bad. I actually don't mind Curious Obsession. Even though they're Abrupt Decay deck, I think I don't mind it. The bolts are horrific. I think the bolts are just like really actively bad. Swilber's good, Stifle's good, Thought Scour I think is good. Question is, do I want like a Null or another Abrade? I don't think I do. I think I want a cyber like this. Verify. Like I said, the Curious Obsessions, they do get hit by Abrupt Decays, but like, whatever. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Negator. Probably worried about Vapor Snag. See, there's no wait. Free info from Delver was nice, though. I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Like, it feels like there's more reasons to not wait than to wait. I think I'm going to keep this and play my Delver in turn 1. Boop. Oh, this is my upkeep. I still have a stop here for some reason. Stop. We have the Obsession here, which I think is going to be pretty good this game. Boop, boop. Go. This doesn't leave shields down in the first turn. If we get 20/20 in the first turn, we're still not even dead. We can Brainstorm to find a Vapor Snag, so I don't know. Not upset with it. She's electing to wait to do anything. Do you want to reveal this? No. So we have Scalding Tarn action going on. You want to play this? Let's go ahead and Curious Obsession. Let's do it! Let's get it! If we get Decayed, I guess it's still trade, like this still cycled at least, so it's still just a 2 for 2, right? Okay. Yes, draw a card off Curious Obsession. That Stifle's good. There's a good chance we Stifle our land. Especially after, like, nothing go. Stifle looks pretty good. Even though it's, like, a little better against Hex Mages, but, like, just the way this game is played out, I think Stifling your Fetch is going to be really good. I think you go for it, but waiting until your upkeep for the free info didn't change anything. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, 1 up for Snag during your turn. Yeah, but, like, I guess at least more mana up. Like, I couldn't... I don't know. I guess if there's a Snag on top of my deck, I couldn't, like, Brainstorm, grab it, and then cast it, right? Did I have 1 mana up on Instep? It just, like, lets you have more mana up. I don't really know. It seems really marginal. It's like, we're probably just splitting hairs to figure that out. What is she doing? We were in your main phase. Beat this Curious Obsession. Look, she's not like me. She's like, she wants to play nice and slow, take it easy. Alright, blow me out. I'm gonna Stifle you. Boop, Stifle that. Gotcha. Gotcha! Yeet! She got an Urborg. Okay. Mox Diamond. Okay. What's this? We've played our land for turn. I don't think there's a way to get 2020 into play without an Elvish Spirit Guide. She's gotta have a pretty good hand. Go. She says go. Alright. I guess she probably has Decay and is like waiting to like get some more info out of me. Sure, I'll reveal it. In case she doesn't have it. Whatever. Hopefully it's a trophy and we could pierce it. That'd be sick. Attack. Abrupt Decay. Please be trophy. It's Decay. Okay. Alright, second main. Let's Brainstorm. Wasteland. Wonder if this is good. I like wastelanding their lands pretty aggressively, but we have a fetch land to hit. I think no matter what, I want to shuffle these two away. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think waiting to wasteland is fine until we see if she has another land. If she just goes like thing plus what's it called? If she just goes Hexmage plus Depths, then I'm dead. But like, I don't know. I don't think she has that. So we're going to play differently. Like the way this game's played out, I don't think she has that. So we're not going to play like she does. I would wasteland the fuck out of her. I think it's incorrect to wasteland her. I want to see, because we don't know. We have no information on how many lands she has. If she has another land, I want to hold it. Especially because we have Spell Pierce's Installation against Pithing Needle. So, like, I don't know. It's just like, this Mox Diamond. If she didn't have Mox Diamond, I obviously would wasteland her, because, like, Stifle plus whatever. But, like, this Mox Diamond is just, like, holding her mana down. So, like, pressuring her mana isn't as good as it would otherwise be. Especially if she has more lands in hand. Like, I think if we wasteland this, and she just has, like, another one in hand, we've, like, actually just wasted our wasteland. And, like, that's pretty unacceptable for one of the cards that's the best in the matchup. We also have no clock. They have to hit mana and combo pieces. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if that's an argument for or against me, but I think it's an argument for me. Right, well, like, the fact she was willing to discard a land for diamond just to, like, accelerate her lands. Are we actually just about to die to this? Dark Confidant. Okay. I don't think I have any answers to that in my deck. I boarded all my bolts, knowing that... I knew they had this card in our deck, but I just, like, don't really care about it. Oh, no, we have Abrades in our deck. Okay, cool. We got 2. That's pretty reasonable. We also have Vapor Snag. Okay, yeah, I'll grab this. That's fine. We have Wasteland to, like, Wasteland the Depths and then Surgical it, and then she has to, like, beat us down with Confidants. I think that's a pretty good plan. Well, I guess let's just go for it. Blow that up. Surgical that. Hey, life. Alright. She has... Oh, no! We're actually just gonna get beat down! Oh, no! We have to draw like a what's it called? A true name or something. Oh, no. This is the worst. She actually could have killed me there. Alright. Well, we gotta draw like... a Pteramander would hold down the fort, but there's still a Decays in the deck. Oh, no. Oh, no. She's, like, actually the worst possible hand for us, like, to be taking this line. We're just gonna get beat down by Plan B. This is so awful. Wait for her to draw? Because of crop rotation. I don't want to try to fight a crop rotation war. Like, I realize we have 2 Pierces, but, like... I don't know. It, like... I don't think we can lose with that scenario, whereas, like, a sequence of, like, we don't know her hand, so, like, a sequence of, like, Elvish Spirit Guide plus a second Crop Rot or whatever, you know, it just all would look like so bad. I don't even know what she drew. Oh, land? Okay. Alright, we gotta hit something, or we're gonna die. We gotta hit a Pteramander or something. This is so bad. She's gonna play a bunch of creatures, we're gonna die to him. Probably supposed to play Hexmage, right? Yep. Alright, that's a Hexmage. Let's do it. We gotta draw a creature. That's a Ponder. Ponder. Creature. Hey, that's a creature! Okay. How do we sequence this? At the top, I want the Brainstorm. I want the True-Name now. No. Island. Blue, blue, blue. Here's a True-Name. Alright, I don't know if she has answers to this. I don't know. I think it has to be like Sajiri step. Like she has to like put all of her creatures into play and do this like weird thing. I don't know how she's going to win this game now. I don't know how she beats this card. But we're going to figure it out. Maybe I should just see if she wants to Wasteland me. There's probably no way, right? So like, how does she beat a True Name without a 20/20? That's a great question that I do not know the answer to. Like, she could try to amass... I think even if she has, what, all 8 creatures out, though? Like, okay, she puts all these creatures in play, right? She can get an attack in for 6. Then 4. So that's 10. Yeah, you can't attack here. You should need to draw more creatures, I think. We're kind of in a holding pattern, so I'm going to hold this Brainstorm. I don't think she can attack even if we untap. So what's important is that this Brainstorm is good, not that I use it now. We're not actually under pressure because of the way this is like panning out. A Thoughtseize? Okay. Well, we might have to Brainstorm now. I'm probably willing to double Spell Pierce a Thoughtseize though. Well, she has another land for sure. So the question is like... Yeah, she's like kind of under pressure herself because the Confidants will kill her over time. And like, if she draws all the cards in her deck, I'm not sure she can beat a True Name. And she definitely don't think can beat a second one. So, I guess we're just hoping to draw a second True Name. I don't know where to plan to win this game is. I don't think casting Thoughtseize is it, Chief. But like, even if she has all of her creatures in play, like she needs to basically have all of her creatures in play and we did not have creatures in play. Yeah, go wide, then sneak the last couple of points through. Yeah, you have to like go wide a couple times, then Sajiri step it through, right? Yeah, step technically gets there. Right. And I'm sure she has a way to get step now, so like she's probably doing that math right now. But like if we ever draw a second creature or whatever, then like it's just gonna be kind of hard. Yeah, this attack makes a lot of sense. I'm going to block a Confidant. Take 6, go to H. And an Abrade on our end just like is insane. Alright, well, we got the first ones through. This has been a weird game. Weird game. Alright. Kill the bobbies. We're not really trying to kill you with those. We're just trying to keep you from drawing more cards. Wasteland, sure. She thought seizes we're gonna brainstorm, I think. Okay, now we're just gonna double pierce it. Okay. Definitely willing to untap. That is something I am okay with. Alright. Let's brainstorm. Delver. Delver and a bunch of Dazes, huh? Delver blocks. So we can play Delver, but we can't hold up double Spell Pierce right now. So we want to poke. Wasteland, Spell Pierce on top. Delver. Okay. Okily dokily. Alright. Dark Confidant. Well, she drew another creature. That's pretty bad for us. Okay. This game's stupid. Why is everything a Savannah Lions? This is so gross. We getting Thought Seized? Probably. I don't think I want this to happen. I'm gonna Spell Pierce this. If she pays for it, then she gets to take a Daze, and I still have a Daze for the Confidant. So that's like the plan right now. Alright, let's see if this works. Yeah, this is fine. Sure. 12, and like now I have a Daze, so she can't play the Confidant this turn. Oh no, she can. That sucks. This attack is interesting too. Alright, yeah, I mean, blocks like this. Put me to 6. Kill 2 of your creatures. You got one more? Play your land. Confidant comes into play. Sure. Okay. Well, we have 2 turns of drawing air. We know that. It's kind of funny if she, like... I wonder if she wasn't supposed to attack there. I do wonder that. I wonder if she was not supposed to attack there. So we know we're drawing air for 1 more turn. She has 1 step activation, so step, attack, plus whatever kills me. So she probably just wants to attack again. We might lose to plan B. All these creatures. It's so funny, too, because like she had exactly enough creatures, too, I think. That sucks. Squirrel Party. Did you see the Modern Horizons? I did. What is your most desired potential reprint? My most desired potential reprint is probably like Force of Will or Counterspell. Those are just like cards I'd like to see in Modern. We slamming? No attack. Alright, I guess she doesn't have the step. Well, let's play Wasteland. I don't think any of her lands matter, right? Like, the step just doesn't matter. Because there's only 1. So let's just sacrifice a land to blow up like Bayou. Let's just blow the Bayou up. Urborg's legendary. Don't really have a good reason other than that. We're still in this game. We get more draw steps. She revealed Thespian Stage. We're not going to get Ghost Quartered out. We still have plenty of islands in our deck. Although she may try to cut us off red, but that doesn't really matter. There's only 2 red spells in our deck. Delver Secrets. Alright, well, that's another creature. That means she has to have an answer. If this Delver flips, we get to attack for 6. The point is, like, if our stuff ever gets to attack for 6, what are you copying? Okay, that's fine. I don't really care about being Ghost Quartered. Duress? Sure. My cards in the hand do not matter. Happy to be duressed. Like, she has 1 decay, 2 trophies in her deck right now. Another Thespian Stage. Alright. This is like a plan. Try to blow up all my lands. It's not a great plan, but it's a plan. How many Volks are left in her deck? Maybe I fucked up by not blowing up her Ghost Quarter. Might should have blown up her Ghost Quarter, I guess. Unless she could have just copied it and copied the copy. She's still not doing anything. No moves, huh? Okay. Thought Scour. Yes, I would like to reveal that card. Just thinking about doing something. I don't know what it is. Anyway. Yeah, we still have a lot of Volks, so we're fine. If we draw the Thought Scour, we get to use the Daze as protection from Ghost Quarter, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, I guess that's a reasonable plan to do. Might should have attacked her. The thing is, we get blown out if she has the decay, and I don't really feel like we're at a disadvantageous spot. Like, yeah, if she has the Abrupt Decay or the Assassin's Trophy, oh, Bajukabog, then I don't think we're just dead, right? So that kind of sucks. Daze this, pick up a Volk, just to be able to protect one. Then I think I'm going to go ahead and Thought Scour her. Don't really want to mill over any of my creatures. I want to draw a creature off this. That is the goal. Adjourn a Curious Obsession? That's pretty good. Okay. Probably going to take the Curious Obsession. Card matters a lot more than anything else. Let's see. 1, 2... I don't know. This holding pattern is weird. Because, like, technically we win if I just attack. But, like, if she ever has the decay, then, like, I just, like, die. So, like, attacking is weird. And I think incorrect. Bob. Alright, well, that's kind of bad. Ding. Good one. Alright. Okay. Vampire Hexmage. Just drawing all the creatures. Well, that last creature demands an answer out of us. Or another creature of our own or whatever. Oop. 9. She has 2 Bobs. We could just, like... I don't know. I guess she has to attack here. I would say we could just, like, not block. Oh, no. She's got the step. Alright. Yeah, we died. We died. This land killed us. Actually just like drawing all the creatures killed us. Maybe should have gone for it that one turn. I didn't want. I think I felt favored as the game went on, but I guess she had 2 or 3 more creatures left in her deck that I should have been scared of, and I should have attacked. I don't know. Thespian stage? You don't have the step in your deck? Oh no. Sure. Island. I got more, I promise. Alright, what do we see? Could play the design of the new Sarah Planeswalker. I love that new Sarah Planeswalker. I think it's designed very well. I think she's planning on blowing up all your lands. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need my lands anyway. It just gets these out of my deck. I don't want them in my deck. No attacks. Flusterstorm. I think I'm just going to hold this Flooded Strand. I don't think it really does me anything to play it. Alright. I might should have attacked here and hope she takes 3. Or hope she takes 6 or whatever. Thoughtseize. She did not. I think I might attack next turn. If like everything lives through this turn, I think I might just attack next turn. I thought about attacking there. She wouldn't have died, so there's your results-oriented thinking for you. But, like... you should slam. Yeah, this attack makes a lot of sense. So the question is, are we going to try to kill her with bobs or not? I don't think so. So let's just, like, try to hit a creature, I guess. Okay. Just gotta draw a creature, I suppose. Creature or an Abrade. We can also cantrip into an Abrade. We have lots of draws. Lots of draws that don't kill us. Sylvan Safekeeper. We can take 1 off that. That's fine. Although Abrade's no longer now. We just need a creature. I guess let's... yeah, let's Thought Scour ourselves. Surgical. That doesn't do it. Alright, yeah, we're dead. We died. That game was kind of ridiculous. Probably punted. Whatever. We're 1-3. Doing bad. What are we? We've won 2 games. We've gone 0-2, 0-2, 2-0, 0-2. So, that's pretty rough. All the games have been interesting, though, and I think I haven't played terribly well, so... I don't know. Deck feels fine. But I have not played superbly well in a deck that requires you to, because all your cards are underpowered. So, I mean, I've gotten rightfully punished and have lost a lot, but... I don't know. Also, like... there's a billion points I could have just misplayed in that game. Probably going to want to go back and watch that one. There's like that one attack that I keep going back to thinking about. Like, that playing around that decay. Maybe I was just dead to decay at any point anyway. And I should have just attacked. Like, I think it's pretty fair to just be like, okay, I don't think you have decay or trophy, and just slam. And then be like, take the hit for, I think it was 8 at the time. And so would have gotten hit for 3 creatures, but we did 2. And then I get to, like, attack back for lethal. So, that might have been correct. Plus, there's Bobs running, too, so, like, the Bobs have a chance of just killing her anyway. Over the course of time. Yep. I think I played bad. I think I played pretty bad. These are just, like, hard calls to make in a deck that I haven't played very much. Like, they're hard calls to make, which maybe means I shouldn't play this deck if I don't really know, like... if I don't really know how to, like, call these spots, it may just mean I'm not supposed to play something like this. I feel like there's a deck here. I feel like there's something here, but, like, the way I've seen with this game has not been good. Hey, a keepable 7. Those are few and far between. And we've been on, like, the play quite a bit. Oh, we're playing against Zan. We just played against Cat, now we're playing against Zan. Alright, sure. You got me. Alright, let's do it. See if we can pick up a win here at the end. Zan's on the mole to 6. Alright, Mr. Z-Man. Oof, ouch, owie. Yeah, no kidding. still feels really good. Like, it was all I wanted to draw that game. Which is like, I want my 1-mana 5/5, but we could not successfully draw them. I was very, very not skilled at drawing them. Although, of course, like, that particular game, I felt really dumb for, like, cutting my true names because, like, it turned into, like, a fair game plan. I wonder if this is going to be depths again. Like, I wonder if that's just what Lotus Box is doing. Just, like, depths in people. Oh, no, Zan's testing something else entirely. What is this, Sneak and Show? Sure. I don't know. No, it has Bloodstained Mire. I don't know what deck this is. Might just be Grixis. I don't know. Let's see if we can flip our Delver. Would love to. Alright, let's go ahead and get that out of here. Combat, attack for 3. Get the Delverin going. Make this easy mode for me. No cantrips to screw up. Another Grixis Mirror. Zan's playing Storm? Oh, sure. You know about Lightning Bolt? Sure. If you want to name Lightning Bolt, feel free. Feels like kind of a waste. Okay. You got him. That card just does not seem to matter. Alright. Storm, eh? Well, that's a good draw. It's a very good draw because it turns into a 4-turn clock that also, like, draws me cards. Boop. Boop. Well, yes, I would like to draw a card. Oh, another Daze? Well, don't mind if I do. Oh no, a Wastelandable land. I guess they're planning on winning the game. Pretty fine cast in the Daze he knows about to try to counter this. Dark Ritual. I think I'm going to Daze that too. Yeah, I'm going to Daze the Dark Ritual. Turning this out into my hand. I'm okay, like, just trading off because I get to Wasteland him, plus I get to be attacking with a Insectile Aberration. So, like, we know this is going to miss. Like, I get to Wasteland him, and then I get to draw a bunch of cards, so, like, we're doing fine. Clearly, he was trying to kill me this turn. Otherwise, he wouldn't Dark Rit there. Alright, a true name, eh? Let's see what we draw off the Aberration first, just to know if we want to hold up, like, Spell Pierce or something. Almost certainly Wastelanding him. Yes. Pteramander, don't care about that. Leave, that does not change the clock at all. Alright, Wasteland you. Alright, well, I've done the best I can. If this doesn't Delver him out, I don't know what will. But I feel like we've done the thing. This is what our deck's trying to do. There's a Daze. Alright, combat. Oh, I shouldn't have played this. There's a chance to draw like something else, I guess. Although nothing I really want to show. I'm probably playing the punter no matter what. Oh, a Bolt. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Pteramander doesn't really. I don't really want to show him Pteramander. I don't think he's winning this game. So. See if he can come up a winning line. He cannot, and we get to Delver him out. Curious Obsession. Actually looking good for once. Gets the deck that has no removal. Alright, let's get most of these bolts out, if not all. We definitely want... Flusterstorm. I think we definitely want the Surgicals. I think we definitely want at least 2 blasts. Question is, do I want like Annul, Vapor Snag, and this other stuff? I don't think we do. I think that's like diluting too much on my deck. Stifle's good. The 1 bolt is probably fine. I think I'm just going to sideboard like this. Just like bring in a little bit for the cantrips. Like good against Passive Flames and Cabal Ritual. And Infernal Tutor, I guess. Like, it's good against, yeah, mostly Passive Flames. And Flusterstorm's good for pretty obvious reasons. The 1-drop creatures are the best creatures. That's why we got a True Name. So, I think everything else makes a lot of sense. True Name seems slow. Yeah, it is. Is this Blue-Red Tempo? Yes, Daddy, it is. How you doing? We are playing this, like, Blue-Red Tempo deck. It's just like Pteramanders, Delvers, and True Names. And go. It's not playing Pyroblast because I just don't think we really have room for it. Although I think this deck definitely needs help against the fair decks. After starting this league 0-4, 0-2-0-4 against both fair decks, I think this deck needs help in those matchups. My hand's pretty redundant, so I'm pretty willing to have them take whatever. Like, this for cantrips is good. They might take this if they're trying to kill me next turn. I guess they're trying to kill me next turn. Well, I'm still going to put my creature in play, so let's play the one they know about. Let's play the Delver they know about. And then, like, I think everything's face up. I have one unknown card. I have a surgical. Like, whatever. Like, I guess they're going to try to kill me, probably. Thought sees me. Okay. Well, I picked up a land. So, probably dead. Taking True-Name? How is True-Name more correct than Pteramander? Okay, whatever. Do you not want to reveal this? I'll play it anyway. I should have revealed it. I messed up. What a punt. Alright, well, everything's face up, so we're going to play our Pteramander. And then we're going to pass. We have Pyroblast up, and we have Surgical up. Hopefully that's good enough. Thought sees me. Okay. I have been thought seized. There's no doubt that I have been thought seized. Does not care about surgical. Sure, I'll reveal this card. Probably want to fetch there, buddy. Yeah. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. That thing you're doing. I mean, you still have to answer it. Boop. Alright, I wonder if there's a way to, like, ritual this out. They just conceded? I guess. Alright, sure. So we did... Look how swingy this deck is. We did finish 2-3. Got to beat Zan in the final match. So, like, it's not even like we were playing, like, scrubs. We played against Zan and we played against Cat on Depths and Storm. Sure, let's go back to the list. Let's go back to the list and wrap up my thoughts on this deck. So, ironically, going into this league, should have surgical Dotsies. Yeah, no kidding. Going into this league, I was pretty sure I was going to play this. Oh, your manager wants their deck back. I was pretty sure I was going to play this deck this weekend because I just, like, had been testing pretty well with it. And I liked the way it played. But after watching how bad it is against the fair decks, I'm a little more nervous. Not having access to, like, Bitter Blossom is pretty rough. I kind of am beginning to wonder if instead of this... this is so nonsense. Instead of the fourth Volcanic, if I played one Underground Sea and, like, 2 Bitter Blossoms in the sideboard, what that would look like. Because, like, Bitter Blossom's the best card you can play against these, like, fairish matchups. And I think that, like, it swings the matchup enough that just, like, being able to make the matchup good by just going to the sideboard might be something worth considering. Something I'm going to think about. But the rest of the deck actually kind of felt pretty good. Like, I played pretty bad in my first couple matches, and got rightfully punished for playing badly. We beat mono red, so I'm happy to see that, like, the changes I made to the deck with all the Abrades and all that stuff, like, kind of worked out, even though we did draw pretty well. And we beat Storm, which I already knew Storm was a pretty good matchup for this deck. Like, we just have a lot of the things that, like, Storm's bad against, which is, like, cheap threats, cheap interaction, like, you know, basically attacking from the angle that Storm can't really do much about. Curious Obsession looked good there, but, like, not great elsewhere, so, like, probably means this card doesn't belong in my deck. I just, yeah, like, playing against the fair matchups, because the fair matchups are so bad, I don't think we can afford to have this card in our deck. So, I'm going to be finding replacements for this. Probably will play, like, the 4th True-Name. Might play, like, another Stifle or whatever. Just something to, like, up our mana constriction against some of these fair decks. I think that could be pretty good. Also, just Spell Snare. Spell Snare's a good card for fair decks. I might try that. So, those are probably cards I'm going to put. Like, they serve different roles, but they, like, still have some equity against combo decks. Like, the Stifle and the Spell Snare both are pretty good against combo decks, so I think that's something that's pretty reasonable to have in our deck. The sideboard I was pretty happy with. If we ended up cutting like some of the blast / prices or whatever for Bitter Blossoms, that might be kind of sweet. It doesn't really do much to our mana base, but I think that could be worth doing, and I think it's pretty free to do that. It means we wouldn't be able to bring Bitter Blossom in like the mirror, but like I think we could easily bring it in against both Grixis Control and Miracles and be pretty well off. It's just a different island, so like I think that could be pretty good. Spell Pierce felt awesome. Stifle was good. The Fork Bolt didn't really come up. I didn't play against very many creature decks, but I don't know. I still think it's pretty good. Could be a Chain Lightning. I don't know. I would consider Chain Lightning. But overall, the deck felt like it needed some work a little bit still, and I needed to play a little bit better than I did. But overall, that feels like there's something there. I don't think I'm upset with this deck. Cal Brandon with Lawrence. Cat / Brandon with Lawrence. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, well, we got bodied by them. Anyways, that will conclude this video. It was nice and quick, too. It was only like 2 hours. So thank you very much for hanging out. If you're watching here on Twitch, and if you have not followed me, make sure you jam that follow button. It's the easy way to support me on Twitch, and we'll let you know when I go live. And same if you're watching on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, jam that subscribe button. If you like what you see, it's the easiest way to support me on YouTube, and we'll let you know when I post more videos. You may have seen sponsors rolling beneath my head here. They do sponsor both this stream and Team Nova. They're fantastic. Please check all of them out. Spend a moment talking about them, obviously. ManaTraders.com, they are the ones that I borrowed this deck from. You got to see a little bit of them in action as I was using their service. The service is super easy to use. Big fan of it. I was using it before we were even sponsored by them, and I absolutely love it. There's a referral link both in the description below if you're on YouTube, and it's in the panels below. You can click that referral link and use the code TeamNovaMTG to get 15% off your first 3 months of ManaTraders. Pretty good deal. When I first started, there was a code I used to get 15% off of. That was like 2 or 3 years ago at this time. But it's just fantastic service. Have not looked back, and just like getting that little extra boost to convince me to get started was really nice. So Team Nova MTG, make sure to use that code. Great service. The End Games, the store at Charlottesville, they have an online storefront. You can check them out. That's an easy way to support me. You don't even have to like buy anything necessarily. Just go in, check out what they got to offer. They're a great store. A couple of the Team Nova members are locals to that store, and they've just done a lot for us. And they're a great store. Happy to support them. And I believe we're getting the stuff for the giveaway that we're hosting for Team Nova. We're getting it from them. So just super happy to work with them. They've just been nothing but a joy. Inklin Customs. She is an artist. You may have seen a lot of her on Twitter. She was at Magic Fest Cleveland and made a bunch of Platinum Pro tokens. So, she's been pretty active and doing a lot for the community. She's fantastic, and we're very happy to represent her and her brand. Highly recommend you check her stuff out. I don't know if she's going to be in Syracuse. I haven't checked her schedule. Don't really know that well, but you can find out, I believe, both on her Twitter and I imagine it's on her website. But if you're not going to be in Syracuse or whatever, just go to her website, buy a couple of her tokens, use her stuff. Her art's great, and you won't regret it. It's very reasonably priced too. That's something I'm very happy about when I'm getting tokens from her. It's always reasonably priced. So yeah, just please use her stuff. She's great. And our playmats debut this weekend. She did the art for both the Team Nova logo and the playmats we're going to be using this weekend. So hopefully I can post a picture of those as soon as I get mine. It's not in my hands right now, but I'll post it as soon as I get it. And last but not least, we have what? Okay. Last but not least, we have... Actually, I think I'm not supposed to say that. Uh-oh. We have to cut this off the YouTube video then. Am I allowed to say this? Hold on. Okay. Oh, I can't talk about that. Anyways, last but not least, we have Hipsters of the Coast. I'm probably not going to cut that out. Hipsters of the Coast. They also sponsor us. They are a content production website. They've been very active today as well. They can keep you updated on everything going on in Magic, and as well as latest Magic content and podcasts. They do podcasts as well. So I recommend checking them out. Their brand's great. Their articles are great. I have actually written an article for them myself. And yeah, just easy way to support me. You don't have to spend any money. You can get a little bit better at the game by reading some content, reading my sweet article. Just go check Hipsters of the Coast out. I believe there's a link to their website both in the panels below and in the description, depending on what platform you're on. So thank you very much for spending this league with me. And sorry I didn't play as well, but I think this deck might be good, and I highly recommend you try it out. I would love to hear some thoughts on it. It is something that I kind of came up with. Obviously, there's been a bunch of lists floating around, but it is something I've kind of come up with, and I highly recommend that you give it a try. I'd love to talk about it with you. It's pretty sweet. Thanks.